needs to be a point to this, doesn't there? Hello everybody, welcome back to Neat and Green. I do have a friend today. This is Doug. He likes me between the hours of 3 and 4 p.m. every day, which is when I'm filming this, which is why he is right here. Similar to 2 videos ago, I've just, I don't know, things are picking up for me this week, so I can't spend 2 hours trying to film and converting things and editing. It's really the worst part is having to send all the videos to the computer. As you can see, I didn't even attempt to wear a green outfit today, because 1, it's hot again, and 2, I don't know. And I am off the walls today. I had 1 coffee and that just set me off for the rest of the day. Not to mention, I spent like an hour in my garage today tap dancing because I decided that I want to teach myself a new skill every day, and I spent like an hour doing that when I could have been spending an hour filming, because I usually film on Wednesday afternoons. Stop. My little adventure in tap dancing today is also the reason that I'm dressed down, because I was disgusting afterwards. So, where was I? And what led me to decide to make this video today instead of some other ones that I kind of had planned was, 1, the time, and 2, yesterday at the current job that I'm working at was the beginnings of our tech day. We met the tech people and we needed the tech people to show us our space that we will be performing in, because I am not going to talk about what job I'm doing, because I don't need people to find everything out about me. I don't need my location unveiled, my name unveiled, my secrets, my deepest anxieties unveiled. I don't need all that right now. After our tour with tech and having tech speak to us, it reminded me that tech does a lot for our industry, both film and theater. And it is often a common thing in tech to know that you are very underappreciated, under-recognized, and often by actors, normally younger actors, but even professional actors, not treated with a lot of respect that you deserve. So week to week, I have all of the technical issues when it comes to filming, just because I film on my phone, and transporting the footage from my phone to my computer is always a mess. So I've taken a few hours break, and I am now back filming whatever I was supposed to be talking about in the first place. So in the theater program that I had just graduated from, no matter what field you were going into specifically, you had to take classes that were not related to that. So I, as someone who was mainly studying performance, I still had to take tech and design classes, and the people that were primarily in tech and design still had to take at least 1 performance class. And as actors do, a lot of my performance friends complained about the fact that we had to take tech design classes. Taking these tech classes were helpful for me because they gave me a better appreciation for what happens on the tech design side of things. Not that I had no appreciation for them before, but I just was unaware of the process because I was in performance. If you have to take those classes in your training, I think they're very important, and I think that you should appreciate them because you are in school to learn about your industry, inside and out. You can't call yourself a theater professional if you only know one side of your industry, your own personal side. Often the reason that actors wave off their design classes is because most of the time people have to take those classes their freshman year because they are not ready for the more intense performing classes, so they're just kind of taking the basic stuff. But when you are a freshman, you think that you have to be eating and sleeping and breathing theater all day, every day. You should always be singing and dancing and practicing your acting, and if you're not, then you are inadequate. And because you're in that mindset, you kind of write the other stuff off as unimportant or a waste of time. Oh, I'm never going to use this. But it's very beneficial to know what is going to be happening off stage, the show removed from your individual performance. I think it's often forgotten that there is still storytelling going on in the sets and the costumes and the lightings of the shows that you're in. And maybe there are theater professionals watching this that think I sound like a nutcase, that the stuff that I'm saying is basic knowledge, but there is a time in every professional's life when it's not. And having somewhat been there and having witnessed some of the things that people say about tech or how people just treat tech in general, I know that this is a thing that people have to learn. My school freshman year was the year that almost everybody took the same intro to backstage stuff classes, and all everyone did was complain about it, and I'm sure that I complained about it too, because I cried on the floor of my school's theater taking a drafting quiz about angles and drafting and scale to size. I'm pretty sure I failed that quiz, but I would sit there and think about how unfair that was to our professors teaching it. I think it's important to know how a fly rail operates so that you do not fall off of it someday or get hit by a flying piece of set someday. Like I said in a couple videos ago, or maybe a few of my videos are not, I don't like to label them as how-tos specifically, because I know that you're just not going to listen and there's no one way to do anything, but I do want them to sit in the back of your mind as you go through your training. And one of the things I want you to have in the back of your head, if you are a performer that has to take classes that are not performance related, it's not a waste of time. And if you really try in those classes, it's going to inform your performance abilities. Truly, it is. If you have the idea of what the set designer is trying to say with their set design and incorporate that into your performance when you're using that set space, it's going to be a better performance. And like the little nerd that I am, when you have these classes, like, please try in them, because that is going to make them much better. I can't tell you how many people I went to school with that would sit there in classes and complain about them all the time and not put in any effort, and that's what makes it miserable. At least if you try to have fun, you'll have a little bit more fun, right? Last thing I want to say is just please be respectful of the people in tech and design. It sounds crazy that I'm painting them as these little martyrs, but they really do get forgotten about and disrespected, because the general public has no idea about tech, and then the actors are sometimes too wrapped up in their performances to pay tech any mind. I think one of the things I talked about that got deleted in my footage that wouldn't convert was the fact that at my school, it was required of us to work backstage on the show at some point in our college career. And by some point, I mean you had to do 4. I only ended up doing 2 because I did one freshman year and sophomore year, and I was going to do one in the spring of my junior year, and then the world shut down. And so I got a credit for that, and then the world was still shut down by the time we came back for senior year. So I got lucky, but I wouldn't have minded doing something backstage again, because some of my most fun times from school ended up being the times I worked backstage. With my technical difficulties of the day, the fact that I was trying to not film a crazy video for this week because I just had life picking up, and the fact that I do tend to ramble on in my videos about things that aren't super important, I don't think I'm going to introduce any more topics for today. What I'm really trying to say is, when you're in theater school, this is the time to branch out to the aspects of theater that you don't participate in. So let's just keep this in the same lane. If you're an actor, then when you're in theater school and you get the opportunity to design costumes, design a set, be a stage manager, be a dramaturg, whatever that might be, try it then, as it will make you a better actor. I swear it'll make you a better actor. And if you're in tech and you take a performance class, then that's going to inform the work that you do as well. It's getting a little riled up there. You don't have to become an expert in that field. You don't have to switch over to that concentration or that field. But I'll say it again, you need to know how your industry works. And taking classes like this helps you know how it works. And it's a little disrespectful to the people that do these things to say, well, I don't need that because I'm an actor. I don't need to know what that stuff does because I'm an actor. Yes, you do. This is your industry. This is your career. There's more than just you on stage. You're wearing a costume that someone designed and made. My computer and my phone truly do have like a vendetta against me, and I think are working together to make me go insane, because my little outro clip, like, the frame stopped moving, but my voice kept talking, and then my phone stopped filming it. So I'm just going to put the outro here. My next video will be out next Thursday, as I typically do on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Nina, and remember that there is no one way. Alright, see you.